for both of these players. Chris T and Tokido is going to be our second match again. Not when you think about it now, we are going to be going to that third match regardless. But this is, I feel like, a treat for all of us Street Fighter fans in general.
Yes, 100%. In terms of the players, it will be a mirror match once again. Chris T will definitely relish in this moment to be able to say they've done it on the Street Fight World Championship stage. And again, if he wins this, I believe they'll both be 50 apiece, which means we have to go to that final game. We'll be forced to get the win from there.
I think no matter what, in terms of the point spread,
yeah,
we're still going to be going to that final game. So that's excellent.
Brilliant.
We got ourselves a real match. All right, so Ken is obviously going to be the character on the screen for both these players. Did you happen to catch Chris downstairs yesterday?
I think he was, but I think he was chatting with people more than actively playing here. But he's definitely got the right mindset when it comes to situations, high-pressure situations like this. So I have the utmost faith in him. Tokido has other plans, though, because, again, he wants to make sure his team get the dub as well. Collect those 10 points. Each and every point matters.
Man, those eyebrows on this costume are something serious. It's real bushy. All right, here we go. Game number 1 between Chris T and Tokido. Man, nothing to be impressed immediately after knocking on the door. Tokido.
There's a fireball at a very dangerous range, and there's that crouching medium punch there. And it's similar to using it like Luke, right? You use it, try to see if they try and whiff punish it, and then catch him again. Trying to react to it afterwards, because people do react late to those. Attack.
Getting outside that range as well, Chris Tatarian. Letting most of the fireballs do the work.
Yeah, he's actually mixing up between crouch, medium punch, crouch, medium kick, fireball as a poke, but obviously we know fireball, it can be reacted to with the DI in that range, but I don't think Chris wants to risk that at the moment, especially losing his drive gauge as well, or low on drive gauge. Delay jump back there, and it worked out. Sometimes doing delayed throw tech is actually pretty dangerous with the recovery frames. He's less than a drive gauge away, so we're going to see a drive rush cancel into the true block string, burn him out. And then, yep, play it safe. That was actually the most optimal and safest route Tokido could do there.
Oh, the uppercut? For sure.
Yeah. Or even leading up to that with the drive rush from the stand fierce with the true block string.
That's fair.
Take away one drive stock completely to burn him out.
We're looking at it now, the spacing between the two. Tokido does find the mark, this time with the low medium kick. Right? He's already showing 2 different looks that you were talking about in the previous games that we've seen him from.
Okay, thought he could get a punish there. That's why he cancelled it to 5, but wasn't quite sure. Still low on drive gauge there. Tokido
ready for it.
Yeah, gets the anti as well. Keeps him marshaled in the corner too. And he
3 in a row.
No.
A little bit of frustration from the side of Chris Tatarian as well. Shook his head on that one.
Because you're usually not used to Ken using crouching medium punch, and then have you got the right counter towards that as well? So right, he's going to go for the counter select screen. Take a breather here, but yeah, that's been the big play at the moment. It's been crouching medium punch throwing all the Ken players off today. Okay. Oh, okay, I thought he was going to go use the exact same costume and do something else here, but Tokido has been using costume 3. 10 there, so he's having a little chat with Zhao Hai and Mena. Maybe readjust the spacing.
If you're a part of the Bandits camp, you have to take a significant note about his normal usage, right? Tokido, again, that crouching medium punch has been so hard to even contest against in the corner. How many times did he whiff it in front of Chris Tatarian's face?
3.
Twice? 3 times?
Yes, twice, 3 times, something like that.
What do you do to counteract that now?
Well, he could try to implement his own strategy, but sometimes you can imitate the what, but not the why. Oh, okay. Checked him there with the stand medium kick. Backs away there. We're seeing that crouching medium punch. And it actually recovers fairly quick as well, so how do you navigate around that unless you're really fixated on that normal? Cancel there.
Oh! Sneaking in a little bit of a reset. That overhead. You heard the flash parry. The backdash away from the throw.
Gets the
on the other side.
Yeah, he got the optimal stuff there with the crouching jab into the crouch fierce. Heavy Jinrai. Got himself out in the process here, but Tokido can still hold his ground. Not sure what that button was, but the fireball clipped it. And I like these drive rushes into the fireball to stop his momentum and see if Tokido's trying to check with something else, because you'll have to take the regular damage.
Oh, so delayed for Chris Tatarian.
Okay, sure you can. He didn't take him straight to the corner here, so he's got other ideas! And that must have been a mash. That must have been a match because the crouch fears come out before the Shoryuken, so he must have been
I will
mashing there.
wholeheartedly agree with you on that one because I've definitely seen that on my end.
I mean, look, objective complete. The Shoryuken came out, that's all I care about.
Yeah, and even Tokido was just like, oh, that was pretty good. He had a little bit of a reaction on that. Damn, that was far!
Been pretty consistent with that today overall. I saw a flash kick do that earlier as well, so guys know the ranges.
Again, stopping the drive rush approach against Chris T. Tokido now finding the right usage for the low medium kick.
Good blocks here from Tokido and the interruption with the light into the Shoryuken conversion.
Oof.
Looking to take the rounds. He's going to do level 2 instead. He's going to put him at guess for game here. Strike throw. The throw won't kill though.
Will it?
Oh, tell a lie. Damn.
That was the most genuine damn I've ever heard you say.
I must have been like a pixel or something off. My bad.
It wasn't bad at all.
Well, I mean, it was good for Tokido regardless. Oh, that was so good. He whiffed the light before into the medium kick. That was good. A lot of the guys have been doing that at high level there. With the first button.
Yeah, you're testing the reaction to the opponent. Yeah, for sure.
People are still getting used to it, even 8-9 months in. Almost. Tokido burned himself out to get out of the corner, but what price does he have to pay, Vicious?
Dash up twice. No, just dash once, delay a little bit. Delayed throw again, by the way.
He might have been looking for the level 1. He's looking at the chip. But be careful what he spared.
You sneaky guy. Chris Terry throwing out the drive impact for the big W, tying it up.
Readjustment of the spacing. Still kept composed. I'm liking the adaptation I've seen from Chris T there. Again, sometimes it's just micro adjustments. They don't need to be macro, just micro. Because I feel in the first game, he wasn't really doing that much wrong, to be honest with you. He just got pretty bamboozled by Tokido's crouching medium punch usage.
That's the biggest thing, right? As long as you build up some time for yourself to make that adaptation possible, and you force the awkward situations against your opponent a lot.
It's like Tokido only uses the crouching medium punch for the very first game, then he goes back to the original game plan. That's what I've noticed twice now. Oh,
still catches them crouching. We mentioned that earlier. What happens if you perfect parry that low scenario? Ooh, that was a counter hit. Chris Terry tried to contest the safe jump.
Backdash almost got the punish there. This is what he needs though.
Yeah, Tokido's backing away. He was looking for the airborne approach. Ooh, again, 3 for 3.
Maybe to set that up though. Okay, give him the illusion that he could throw the fireball, but and he blocks, takes the risk. It's fine. Sometimes you need to set precedents. It might have been obvious, but sometimes the obvious choice is the best choice. But it puts Tokido at match point here in this second player match with the best of 3. I love these stand light kick checks from both of them. Oh,
then an immediate standing light punch check from Tokido. But it was off of the drive rush, so he was looking for the counter poke regardless.
Still waiting there, perfect parry. The fireball. Oh,
the buffered normal. Tokido running into that.
Is he going to be frustrated or is he going to firm it on defense? Because he needs to get out. He's going to firm it on defense because that was a big mistake.
He's going to throw him again, Jammers. Oh.
Right. Perfect there, he's out. He's got some... here we go.
Back to strategy, the first strategy.
So again, what's it going to be? Strike throw, and he tried to wake up. Good choice there from Chris, so he had to commit. I don't think he was pleased by that, but he had to do something to turn this around. It is a detrimental position. No resources. Dehydrated. Shout out to Yipes. He got
I like that. That was wrong.
Even if the one hit's fine. He can't punish that. Not from that range anyway. This is Chris T. Could still...
My God, Tokido, how many times? That was OD fireball, too.
It was.
Jeez.
It was indeed. Utilizing the invincibility frames and reacting at the last possible minute before it connected. He was able to do that, and to be fair, he was pretty successful that throughout the day, so well played to Tokido. Commiserations to Chris, because that adaptation was actually pretty fantastic. I've got to say in the Ken Mirror there. Brilliant stuff to see, which means we go to this potential final match here at SFL World Championships. Takes the jacket off, he's smiling.
You gotta go the distance, man. You gotta give me that extra set. If Bandits can secure this W against Bonchan, they have another chance at life. And we'll talk about that in detail after this. Again, we talked about the initial strategy of how Tokido doesn't want to be left susceptible with that low medium kick. He's fully aware that Chris Terry is more than competent enough to punish counter that or be outside of that space. So the crouching medium punch has been the go-to. And you had mentioned it in the previous segments.
Indeed. And again, it was just how Tokido switches up his strategy via normals. Right, starting off with the crouching medium kick, throwing him off, going back to the staple
And you
game
saw the
plan.
startup with the low medium kick from Chris Terry, and that was just rough, man.
But the thing is, like, Chris T literally stuck to his game plan. We didn't really see crouching medium punch used in the same way that Tokido was using it in. Maybe it's just a button he's not comfortable using, or he has maybe vastly different opinions on how to use the button. But his whiff punish game has been pretty phenomenal today against Sakanoko, against Tokido here. But then there's sometimes where he puts himself in a scenario. It's not even him. Sometimes his opponent puts him in that scenario where he's forced to do something that he's not completely comfortable with. And even though he gets the hit and spends the resources to reset things into neutral, he's at a lack of advantage in the meter department, which is pretty huge. We saw that earlier. And I think one of the biggest things as well was when he got the low forward into the Tatsu on block by mistake. Having those situations, especially at this late stage in the game, is not good for your mental, man.
Yeah, no doubt. You saw Tokido again inching forward to even make that happen. But talking about the last tidbits, I feel like most of the time Christitarian was playing it rather safe, rather, I want to say like a decent speed.
That's fine.
The set. Him kind of ringing out with the drive rushes to see if Tokido would react to him really didn't play out in his favor towards the end of that set. He was still ready for it no matter what. Ate a lot of damage, which allowed him to pretty much be susceptible in these corner situations. I think overall his decision making around the mechanics of drive rush didn't go the way that he had planned it. And I think that's exactly where he struggled the most. Because other than that, I think his neutral game was fine.
We also got to remember as well, they were playing super close to the fireballs, and then Tokido was the only one doing the Shoryukens, or the OD Shoryukens there. Chris actually got a heavy one to connect, which only connected once, and that was huge. To even give him an iota of extra time, right?
In burnout, excuse me.
Yeah, no matter how minuscule it was, we're about to see it right now, because, dude, it was pretty crazy. But yeah,